Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. The last video I posted, I forgot to voice over it and I did not even add music. I'm so sorry about that. So on this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how I decorated a 4-layered fondant marble cake. Right? This marble cake, I did it differently. I think I have something like that on my channel, but this particular client wanted something like this. So this is something even a beginner can do. Start by layering your cake, add your buttercream or whatever filling you want. Even if you want to add wet the cake, add your fillings, please go ahead. This was exactly what my client wanted. No too much buttercream, no wetting of the cake because she doesn't like so much sugar, right? So after layering your cake, you would have to use your serrated knife and trim the cake properly. After trimming, which will take about a few minutes, then you add your crumbs to your buttercream just like this and then mix it properly. If your cake is a very huge one, you can use a hand mixer to mix it together. So after that, you start applying it to your cake. Please ensure that it is not so thick, because if it is, it will be falling off the cake. You won't be able to achieve a beautiful crumb coat, right? And then I've seen somebody asked in one of my videos, the fact that it is crumb coat doesn't mean you have to add crumbs to your buttercream and all that. In this part of the world, if we are not using chocolate ganache to crumb coat our cakes, this is how we do it. I'm a Nigerian baker. This is how we do it, except you want to use chocolate ganache to ganache your cakes. Or some people, they use just buttercream. After trimming, they apply buttercream on their cake and they put their fondant. But to me, that doesn't work well for me because I see it as a waste of fondant. This cake was done in the night because I had to go to work. I'm a civil servant. I work in a hospital. So most times, and I'm a home baker. So most times after work during the day, I mostly bake and decorate during the night, right? So as I was saying, if you don't want to crumb coat using cake crumbs and buttercream, you can use chocolate ganache. But not everyone also likes chocolate, so some people prefer it like this. Others will tell you, please, I want you to use chocolate ganache on my cake. So it has to be whatever the client wants. That is how we work here, or that is how I work. Let me personalize it. So whatever my clients want, I do. If my client says I don't want so much sugar on my cake, of course I will not add too much sugar. If they said I don't want chocolate ganache, or just whatever preference they give me, that is what I work with. So this client wanted something like this, and then she said she needs a marble cake. She gave me the colors orange, pink and black. So that is exactly what I did here. After coating the cake, I set it aside and I started mixing the fondant. My fondant recipe is on my channel. It's all weather fondant. You can make it from scratch in the comfort of your home. It's on the channel. It has lots of views and lots of reviews, so you can check it out. Thank you so much. So for the colors, like I said, I'm just using toothpick to apply it on the cake. Like you can see, I added black, yellow, and then pink, fuchsia pink, like rose pink. So if you watch closely, you notice that I did not apply too much. I just used a toothpick to apply them like I did. I did not want the color to be too much on the cake. So after that, you roll it. If you don't like the way the color came out, you can decide to squeeze it like this again. Just squeeze it. This is just I didn't want it to mix too much. So squeezing it like this will just incorporate everything. After that, you flatten it, and then I believe at that point you will begin to see the colors, right? You can see it here. The colors were already coming out. So this is one ways I achieve marbling on my fondant cake. There are several methods. Another method I use is to mix the colors separately, like with the fondant, and then start combining them in it. I have so many I think I have about 2 different tutorials on how to achieve marble cake. on my channel, so you can check it out. Please, thank you so much. If at this point you're seeing my video for the first time, please kindly subscribe to my channel, drop a comment for me, ask your questions, because I always respond to questions here. So when you have done that, if you watch my videos, you would notice that I do not do drip method for my fondant covering. I love to use the paneling method. That is because it saves fondant one, and it is very convenient and easy for me. All right, my hands are always properly washed when I'm decorating. My tables are always clean, so I do not appreciate using glove while working. But if it's convenient for you to use glove, please go ahead. And if I want to use glove, many of my videos I can also use it, but on this day I just decided to work with my bare hands, which were properly washed and cleaned before I started working. So after rolling out your fondant, you just apply it like this, just like a sheet on your cake. That's why I said it's the best method for me. It works perfectly for me. So I think it's something you too can try. Even a beginner can do this. You can use my fondant recipe because it's all weather, and then cover your fondant cakes like this. Please drop reviews for me when you do. You know, this part is very essential. You need to use your smoother to bring the two of them together. That way they will all stick together, right? Just like this. You know, push the fondant down slightly. You know, don't apply too much pressure. So after pushing it down like this, you use a very sharp knife and then cut off the excess. This is very important. You will have the sharpest edges. Just follow this tutorial and you will see that the edges will be very sharp. So after cutting out the big fondant like this, so it was sticky, I needed to use corn flour. After cutting off the big part, you still need to use your smoother again to bring it down a bit and cut it. So you are doing it twice, right? You are bringing this pushing of the fondant down, you're doing it 2 times. So after cutting off the first one, you do it again, and then you cut off the second one. That way when you flip your cake over, your edges will be as sharp as a razor. So this is how I achieve mine. So after cutting it out, you need to flip the cake over, push it down again, and cut off the excess from the bottom, just like this. Super easy and super fast. If at this point you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. So after doing that, you just cut it off, and then roll out for the covering of the board. So this was the excess that was remaining. This cake is an 7-inch cake. I think it's 9-inch tall. Alright, and I used 1 kg to cover it. So that is why I said paneling method saves you lots and lots of fondant. And of course, crumb coating your cakes before applying your fondant also saves you lots and lots of fondant. So with 1 kg you can cover 8-inch or 9-inch cake if you're using a paneling method, but you know that you can't achieve that if you are using the drip method, right? And I still had a little fondant remaining. So after that, I needed to write the name on the cake, right? This is one of the favorite alphabet modes I have, and I love to use it a lot. So when you want to use an alphabet mode like this, please always add a little CMC to your fondant to make it a bit harder, and then you need a Crisco oil so that it can easily come out of the mold. I see a lot of people struggle with molds. That is why I added this part of this video to show you that it's actually very easy. You can see that it's very easy. So after putting the fondant on the cake, you smoothen it out and then you bend it over and bring it out. It's super easy. Some people find it difficult. That is why I said you're not using your fondant directly, you're just adding a little CMC to the fondant to harden it a bit, All right, of course not too much CMC, but just a little to harden it a bit, so that when you put it in the mold and you want to bring it out, it will not break, or it will not scatter whatever you've done. So it's something very easy that you can do. So after that, I added flowers to the cake, but I did not like those flowers initially. I had to remove them, and I added these ones because I just felt these ones were better than the other ones I added. So on the bottom of the cake, I needed to just add this bead on it. This bead is not edible, right? It's not edible at all, but we have the edible ones, but this wasn't edible. Then I steamed my cake. Steaming my cake steaming cakes, of course, makes it glossy, makes it pretty, removes the excess corn flour or icing sugar on your cake. It just gives it this glossy, beautiful look. So but if you don't have a steamer, you can use vegetable oil for colored cakes. I think I have a tutorial I made like that, so I'll be sharing it with you how to make your cake glossy even without a steamer. Right, it's something people who are just beginning, right, may not have a steamer, so you can do this from the comfort of your home with just vegetable oil. I think next week, because I drop videos every week, next week I will drop that tutorial. Then you will see how it's done. It's very easy, and it will give you the same effect that a steamer will give you. So here I just needed to add dredges to the cake, and that was what I just did. Please, if you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe, comment, like, and share. Drop a comment for me, and then tell me where you're watching us from, so that I will send you a hug. I'm a Nigerian baker, and I would love to know where you're watching us from. I'll send you a hug in my next video, and I'm going to pin your comment. The first person that comments on this video, I'm going to pin your comment to the channel and then send you a hug in my next video. Thank you so much for staying glued to my channel. I sincerely appreciate you. I do not take your presence here and your support for granted. Thank you. Much love. Love you so much from a Nigerian baker. Bye.